Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Welcome to today's live call. Sorry for starting a little late. Hi, Nastani, Taslim, Nirvana, Ifra, Siraj, Panisa, Mechi, Hend, Lina, Peishi, Mahadi, Miroslav, Alba, Vasil. Hi, everybody. Nirdesh, Ibas, Loli, Edson. All right. So we're just getting started now. And welcome to our call. Today's topic is why learn English. Why should you learn English? Is this something that we need to do or not? Maybe we don't need to learn English. Maybe everyone should learn a different language. Maybe we don't need to learn other languages. We talked in one of our last lessons about technology. Maybe we can just talk into our phone and then our phone can speak for us. But why are you learning English? That's the big question today. Why are you learning English? What's the reason? Or sometimes in English, we ask the question, what's the point? What's the point? What's the reason? What's the purpose? Why? Why do this? What's the point? What's the point of learning English? What's the point of learning English? So before we get started and we hear from all of the people who have joined us today, there's a link in the chat. If you are not part of our English Everyday speaking program, then here's where you can join us. All right, great. So let's get started. Nirvana, why are you learning English?
Hello,
Hi.
I'm learning English because English is the language that is used around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
don't know
used
why,
around the
but
world.
English is the used for everywhere.
It's used all around the world.
Yes.
So and what do
If
you,
the okay,
and what do you need
go
English for?
ahead, please.
What will English help you do?
Connect with people around the world, and I don't know, many things is uh, is connected with English. The introductions of the machines or many other things is writing in English. Yeah, English is the language that is used for everything.
Okay, so
That's it.
English is used for technology. English is used to connect with people. What about you? How often do you use English to connect with people, or how often do you use English to use technology?
Now I use English every day for connecting with the other people, like now. And I think in social media, in internet, many things is writing in English.
Many things are written in English.
Yes. Yeah, I think the English is a language for survive in many situations, in different situations. When I'm outside of my country.
Uh-huh. It's a language for surviving in many situations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you, Nirvana. So
Thank
let's
you.
talk about a couple things here. So we have this word. I'm going to share my screen right now. Share a whiteboard. Can everybody see it? Yeah. Okay. Good. So let's talk about. So we have this word, used, right? Used, and it's not two syllables, not used, but it's used. And there are some rules about how we should pronounce D at the end of verbs, ED. And sometimes it's confusing. So let's just review those rules quickly. So sometimes we have the D sound at the end. Sometimes we have the T sound at the end. And sometimes we have the id sound at the end of the word, where we see, when we see ed, right? So there are three different sounds that it might have when we see ed at the end of a word. In this case, it's used. To use, used, and z, z, d. This is a type of sound that requires vibration in our throat, vibration in our mouth, right? So if we have this vibration in our voice, we call this a voiced sound. So after voiced sounds, we have to say d. That's the rule. After unvoiced sounds, we say t. An unvoiced sound is where we just push air out of our mouth and we don't have vibration. So a sound like huh, or huh. So after these sounds, we will say t, where we see ed. So for example, help, helped, help, helped. What about climb, climb? The last sound is climb, climbed, climbed. Maybe you remember from my last YouTube video, the letter B is silent here. So it's not climb, it's climb, climb, climbed. So let's see. What can you think of some other examples? In the chat, you can write, let's write some examples of voiced or unvoiced. So you can write the verb, and then when we make it, when we add ed, is this a voice? Does it sound like d or t? Is it voiced or unvoiced? What do you think? I'll let you write some examples. I'll let you write some examples in the chat. Call, that's a good one. So call, la, 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 that's a voiced sound. Called. So pay, paid, but this is also an irregular verb, right? Say, said, this is irregular. Make, made, this is irregular. So this rule works for regular verbs that change the regular way, right? Clean, cleaned, good. Clean, cleaned. Bark. Yeah, Wajiha wrote bark. So this is like the sound that a dog makes. When the dog is speaking, we say the dog is barking, right? So bark and barked. The dog barked. Yeah, and then so these are regular verbs. Yeah, we have lots of irregular verbs too, like forget, forgot. This doesn't follow this rule, right? It's a different, it doesn't have ed. This is only when we have ed at the end, where it's confusing about the pronunciation, right? Now we also have the third category where ed sounds like id. And it sounds like id when we have the t sound or d sound. T or d sound, right? So can you think of a verb that ends with a t or a d sound? See, Mahadi wrote jump, jumped. Yeah. So for example, the verb hate, right? The verb hate, this ends with a t sound. So, oh yeah, Wajiha wrote want. The word want, yeah. So when we have ed with these verbs, then it sounds like hated, wanted, and here it sounds like id, not d, not t, but id, because the last sound is t, and the rule is when the last sound of the verb is t or d, then it sounds like id. That's another good one. Started. Mahadi wrote wash, washed, washed. And also watched. Finished. Yeah, that's unvoiced, right? Cooked, unvoiced. Good. Great. So yeah, again, these are just regular verbs that end with ed in the past. Okay, great. So that's just a little reminder. I think most of you have probably learned this rule before. So let's go to Nastani. Hi, Nastani.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
I'm fine too.
Great, great. So Nastani, why are you learning English, or why should you learn English?
First of all, I like this language.
Mm-hmm.
So before I didn't care about it. It's international language is or not. But after that, it's good that I liked before, and that when I when I recognized that it was international language and at the same time I like it, it's good option position for me. So yes, and Nirvana said that the same, that it's because of its international language, you can make communication with others, and for you, I think that open other door, because you can make communication with others, less or more, even all the words know some words or sentence English, so it means that easy communication with others.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think it's not very hard language. Its grammar is not hard because even Georgian, Russian grammar and other language grammar is very hard. From my side, I think that English grammar is also not very hard. It's if you start to study first hard, next it's gonna be more easy, and you can recognize how it's going. So everything about new article or sciences article or something like that, something news, what's happening all the words, first talk about English, and next they translate other language. So if you need to catch news, something news, break news, or what you're interesting, so it doesn't matter. You can use this language, and it's more easy to understand what's
So,
happening.
so to get new information fast,
Yes,
have to use English.
yes, exactly. So if you like, same time, and it's more easy and enjoy. So
But what about in your country? If you need news about your country, that's probably not in English first.
yes, it means that you need to study. So because in university, even here, if you want to know your profession well, you need to read English something, because people people are who translate articles, books, and so on.
Articles.
But yes, but for your developing, it's more good if you know English. For example, when I studied university, a lot of things was English. So if you don't understand, it's hard, because you have low points, and you cannot catch something new. You cannot read a lot because you have no opportunity. So it's important to know English.
Do you think that that's fair? It seems like it's not fair.
But first, what means can
Fair, that it's not right.
yes, but okay, but you have no chance to change. It's not dependent. So if you care, it's nothing change. So you need to follow like these situations. You have no choice.
Okay. Maybe
So,
other languages. Maybe in the future,
um,
English will not be the main language.
in the past time, my country's very popular language is Russian. So my parents' age, people knows Russian language. I understand a little bit. I can communication just a little bit. I understand, but now it's more popular English. No, people knows Russian well, but now it's more popular is English. So we have some books and some other things. Of course, Russians you can, if you don't know English, you can use and if you know Russian language, you can find something. But for university, more popular is English. Lecturer ask about to read something about some new book about marketing or social media or something like that, and you need to know.
Thanks, Nastani.
Thank you.
Edson, what do you think about this? Is it fair that people need to learn English to get the latest news and need to study English at university? Is this fair?
Fair, not fair. I I do not look in this side fair, not fair.
Mhm.
I think that is one tools that we need to develop to develop our task in the in high performance. Yes, I think that is one tool that we need. There are country that is an obligation to people learn English. If you do not learn English, if you do not speak English, you have less opportunity to get job. Um, I can't look fair or not fair. Yes, because my vision is not on that. I think that if all of them, or if the many countries, many powerful countries speak Mandarin, maybe more years we we have to speak Mandarin
Mhm.
to follow the other country, because we have to learn in our language, our native language. You do not have a lot of how can I say, I don't know if I call it knowledge, but it's not knowledge. But we don't have a lot of things to reach this kind of knowledge. For example, when we are speaking in IT sector,
Mhm.
yes, if I am able to produce something related in IT sector, I don't need to learn English, but it isn't the scenario.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's why you learn English now. That's why you study English.
Yes, I'm studying English. First of all, because I think that learning a new language is a good thing for your brain in
Mhm.
general vision. In a specific vision, I think that yes, I'm learning English because I'm working in IT sector, and I have a lot of certification. And this certification, the teachers get the lesson in English.
Mhm.
Yes. If I do not understand English, I am get lost. I'm feeling lost. Yes, I'm here in this program to speed up my level in English, to understand well in English, but also to know our culture. I think that when you learn one language, you don't learn only the language, you also learn something about the other culture. You
Yeah,
learn
that's
something about the native culture for native speakers. But the
that's
main
very
the
true.
main the main reason is about my professional career.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Edson. That's really smart. And so one thing that a lot of people say is, okay, maybe not English in the future, maybe Chinese, maybe Mandarin Chinese. And most people say that because China has the biggest population right now, the most people on the planet. But many people who are predicting what will happen in the future, they're trying to say what will happen in the future. They all of them say that China will not be the biggest population, will not have the biggest population in just maybe 20 years, 25 years from now. It will be India. So maybe everyone should learn Hindi, not Chinese, but maybe everyone should learn Hindi right now so they can, because this is another opportunity. This is the biggest population. And so let me share something with you. let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah. Yeah, you can see. Okay, good. So this is one company did this research or these statistics, and talking about the biggest populations in 2017 and 2050. So 2050 is in the future, of course. And so one of the things to look at is, for example, Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the top populations in the world. Another one that a lot of people forget about is Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC. Congo has a very big population. It's growing very fast. Ethiopia, Indonesia. These are countries that a lot of people forget that there's a really big population in these countries, and they're growing very fast. And in China, they're becoming more developed, and more developed countries, usually the population starts to grow slower or to shrink, to become smaller. People have less children. People get married at a later age. And so there are some trends that happen in industrialized and developed countries. So it's possible that in the future, English maybe will not be so important. What do you think? Maybe it will be Hindi, maybe it will be Chinese, maybe it will be Igbo or another language from Nigeria. Maybe it will be, Portuguese from Brazil, or another language. Maybe it won't be English. So it's something to think about. Joy, hi, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So from your name, it looks like maybe you're in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in UK. Yeah, I'm in UK.
And how long have you been in the UK?
That's 7 years now. This year is making it 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
I'm in Nigeria. I'm based in UK. Yeah. Mhm.
so you're from Nigeria, and what do you think? The population is really big in Nigeria?
Yeah, the population is big. The population is big, but as for now, I don't know how it is again, because I left since 7 years ago now, so I don't know. So when I was there, it was big, yeah.
And where did you live? In Lagos, in the capital, or?
No, Abuja.
Abuja?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I live in Abuja.
And what's your first language? Yoruba, Igbo?
My first language is a car. We call it a car, LKA. That is my, that is my first language. So the second language is English, because we speak English. We have many languages in Nigeria: Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. And if you don't know how to speak Yoruba and you met Yoruba person, so you need to speak English. So
Right.
we communicate with English.
So most people in Nigeria can speak Yoruba?
Most people, that's if you are from Yoruba, and some that are not from Yoruba, yes, they know how to speak Yoruba. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. And so what do you think about, of course, in the UK, you need English.
I need English, yeah. I need English. That is why I'm learning English. Because when I came to UK, so I now find out that English, Nigerian English is different from UK English.
Mhm.
So sometimes when I newly came, so when I speak, they say, "Oh, what are you speaking? I can't understand. I don't understand." I said, "Oh my God, are we not saying the same thing?" They said, "No, I don't understand. I speak English." I said, "I'm speaking English. It's English I'm speaking. Why are you not understanding me?" Yeah, so that is why I say I need to learn English. That's been long. I've been looking for how to learn it, improve myself in English. So luckily, I found your program. Yeah, even my working place, because in Nigeria back home, I am a teacher. I teach in primary school. So when I came to UK, I stayed 3 to 4 years before I look for a job, because my English, nobody is understanding me. Sometimes they will speak, I don't understand them. So then I now look for a job in a nursery school. So I'm still working in a nursery school. So because I didn't start from primary, because someone tell me, why can't you start from primary school or secondary school? I said, my English. I don't want students to be starting saying, we don't understand you, we don't understand you. So let me start from crash. Let me start from nursery to improve myself. So that is why I start from nursery. Then I said, let me look for English program that will improve me. Because sometimes I will speak, they say, we don't understand, we don't know what you are saying. But now, it's not like before that I came. Because before, when I came, if they are speaking, I would look for someone that will interpret it to me. I said, please, I don't understand what she's saying. Can you please interpret it?
Yeah.
Because you both of you are saying the same thing. I said, we are not saying the same thing, because I'm not understanding her. She's not understanding me. So that is it.
Yeah, it can be really difficult to,
Yeah.
even though people speak English in different places, sometimes the English that they speak sounds so different.
Yes.
It can be difficult to understand.
Yeah. I love your program. I love it. Since I
thank
started it almost, is it 4 to 5 days now? Yeah, yes. I love it. I
thank you so
enjoy
much.
it. Yeah.
How many lessons do you join every day?
So,
Do you join?
like yesterday, almost all of them yesterday. Day
Uh-huh.
for yesterday, the same thing. So I've been joining. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I have some friends from Nigeria, and when I met them, they were saying lots of phrases that I didn't know, because Nigerian English is a lot different from
Yes.
other types. One of
Yeah.
my favorite ones was, they said, when like in American English, a lot of people say, "What's up?"
Yeah.
What's up? It means hi, hello. And so I think a lot of people in the world, when they study American English, they learn what's up.
What's up? Yeah.
But then when I met my Nigerian friends, they said, how far?
Yes, how far?
Huh?
How far?
And so this was like, what's up? But for
Yes.
Nigerian English.
Yeah.
And I asked one of my Nigerian friends from Lagos to explain it to me, why, how far? And he said, it's like, how far have you come today?
Today,
Like,
yeah.
what's happening today?
Yeah.
What's another one sometimes they say is like, how buddy? How buddy?
Yes. How body? How is your body? How are you doing?
Right. How are you
Yeah.
doing?
How are you
Yeah.
doing?
So yeah, it's really interesting to think about this. So I think technically this is called a pidgin.
Yes.
And so a pidgin language is like a mix where you're speaking in one main language. Technically it's this language, but there's a lot of other words mixed in from other places.
Yeah.
It's similar to another word that we might use, language word that we might use, called a Creole.
Okay.
Pidgin or Creole. For example, this word Creole, we use this about the type of French that they speak in Haiti.
Yeah.
So it's French, but there's a lot of other words and other things
words.
that they say.
Okay.
And it might be difficult for French person from France to understand them.
To understand, yeah.
Yeah, great. So why did you move to the UK?
Yeah, I came to join my husband, so that
Your
is the
husband.
reason. Yeah.
And so
that
why
is
did
my
he
reason.
move there?
Although he has belonged his year, so I didn't ask him why he's moved. I don't know. He just wants to like coming to UK. That he know that UK is better. It's better than Nigeria. So that is why he came. So when he married me, so I now came to UK to join him. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Joy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You know, it's for me, it's really I think it's an important topic to think about, to talk about English in different countries. Most people, when they hear this idea about speaking English or English in different countries, they think about United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and they forget about Nigeria, India, and some other places, South Africa, some other places where English is spoken every day, where people use English all the time, not all the time, but they use it a lot. And the English there sounds very different. And so a lot of people who are studying English, they hear this different type of English and they think it's wrong, or they think it's bad, or they think it's, but it's really just a different type of English. Like if you go to Wikipedia, if you go to Google, you can find that there's a special type of English called Indian English, and there's a special type of English called Nigerian English, and there's a special type of English that's like, for example, Spanish speakers from Latin America who live in the United States, they have a special type of English that they speak called Chicano. And so it's interesting to hear these different types of English. And for me, being from the United States, most people from the United States just think United States English is right. They just think this is the right way, the way that we do it is right, and everybody else is wrong. And in the UK, I think they probably think the same thing. But for me, it's really interesting to learn English of these other countries, because sometimes it's very different. And sometimes I see people writing something in an email or saying something to me, and my first reaction is, well, that doesn't sound right to me. And then I have to go to the internet and look, and I find out, oh no, that's okay. In Indian English, that's what people usually say. Or in Chicano English, that's what people usually say. And so I have to learn English still too. So yeah, so why do I learn English still? Because I think that right now it's a great way to connect with people around the world, to learn about other cultures. It's great that we have this instrument, this tool that we can use to get information, like Nastani was talking about. And I think it's important that we remember that that's what it is. It's a tool, it's an instrument. So, a person who builds a house has tools. And if I try to build a house the first time, I've never done it before, it's going to be a really bad house. You don't want to live in that house. I need some training. I need some practice. I need to make a wall first, and I need to learn how to make the floor and learn how to each part, how it works before we can put it all together, right? And so I think with English, it's important to think of it the same way, that in the beginning, if you just try to do it with no practice, with no training, it probably isn't going to be great. But when you learn the different pieces and how they work together and how to put it together, then you can use it to get the result. When you build a house, you want to have a place to live, to be warm, to be out of the weather, to have shelter. When you use English, you're connecting with people, communicating with people, sharing information, getting information. So yeah, it's a great tool. Taslim, hi, how are you today?
Fine, very fine. Teacher, very fine.
So why are you learning English?
The same answer I will also give that to connect the whole thing. And main thing is that learning English is that because I'm here only to learn English because I can connect you all and people from the whole world. This is the big things to connect. And the second thing also, it's not the second thing. The first thing is that all syllabus which we are just learning, or you want to, or if I want to learn any books or want to study or go through any books, then that book is also available only in English. It's also available in other language also, but we feel more comfortable in that language because since childhood I read in the English medium. So that's why in the English medium, if I read, but the people used to speak over there in Hindi always because I'm from India. So it's a Tamil language over here. About 45% people speak Hindi over here. So we mainly just go and gossip with only this language. So that's why at that time our English not get get strong as I'm feeling now. I'm getting strong by connecting you all. So that's why. And if I go through the foreigner who has written some book also, then only in English that is available. And though I need to learn the other language, this is the main thing. So I can do all things through, if I do some share market, it is available in this. And if I want to do some business, or everything is available in English. And if I just walk to any, means like a peddler shop even, and like a veg shop even, then there is written over there, this veg onion per kg this, and this veg is available per kg this. Means when I just put my hair up, means head up, and just to watch everywhere, even in the plastic or in a just poly bag or anything else in a bag or dustbin even, it's all written on a DUSTBIN. Not to the other language.
So
So
anything that you want to buy, when you read the bag or the
yes,
package, it's in English, and you have to
in
understand.
English. Yes,
If you
what
don't
it
know
is,
what
what
it
is
is, if
for.
you don't know what you're buying.
No, at that time I will be in problem because many person who doesn't know in India even English, but their work is going on smoothly. It doesn't matter, but smoothly, if I just work my more smartly and more knowledgeably, then English is too much compulsory. And in India especially, I want to share you that if some person just speak in English even one or two line, then everybody just go and like watch like what a person he is. He is too much literate and learned person might be, but that person doesn't know even ABCD also. But even
That's
only
funny.
speaking English, spoken English, then everybody gets attracted. Oh, yeah, he must be learned person and he knows everything. There's so much courage or learning English
So,
over here, and we are focusing too much. That's why.
so
Yes,
in India, if a person is speaking English, people just think he's smart, he's intelligent.
smart, intelligent, and wise, and means learned person like
That's
that.
funny. Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of the same idea in the United States. If a person can speak a second language, can speak another language, then people are like, oh wow, they're very smart. They can speak a second.
Oh, like
Because
that.
most people in the United States don't speak a second language.
uh, but in India, means, English has too much courage for English. Everybody, and there are many spoken center has open over there. But what mainly means half they speak something in English, and half more than half means 60% they speak in Hindi. So then how it possible on speaking Hindi? No, you could learn the English itself. So it is quite difficult, and many
Yeah.
person get frustrated on it. So just I got luckily I have searched you on a YouTube and got connected
Thank
with
you.
you.
Can I
That's why
ask?
I'm learning over
Can I ask you some questions about Indian English?
Hmm. Like
Uh,
that here. Yes, go ahead. Yes,
what
ask.
what is lack and what is a crore?
lakh means 100,000.
100,000.
100,000 is lakh, and 100 lakh is crore. 1 crore.
Crore. Oh, that's how you say it. Crore.
Crore. Crore. CRORE.
Uh-huh. And
Mm.
you said what is a crore?
Crore means 100 lakh. It stands for 1
100.
crore.
So
Lakh.
that would be 10
You
million?
can 10 million. 10 million is 1 crore.
Uh-huh.
10 million is 1 crore.
So it's lakh, million, crore.
Crore. No, not million. Million is the British one or the international one.
No one
No,
uses
first
million
unit 100, 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, crore, 10 crore, Arab, 10 Arab, and after that, move on.
10 what? Sorry, what was the last thing you
Arab, crore. After crore, there is a Arab, and
Arab.
after Arab, there is a Kharab. And
Kharab.
after that, this is a Puddam, like that. But I haven't used yet because what is the use of so long unit? That's why. But somehow I know.
And so usually in India, when people are talking about numbers and money, they will say this costs 2 lakh.
Yes,
or-
sir.
Or will they
This
say this
cost
costs $200,000? 200,000.
no 2,000, no rupee. Means its cost is 2,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees. Not
1
any
lakh
flat if you want to.
rupees. Uh-huh.
1 lakh rupees. If you want to go any big flat and like that, so no, it stands for 1.5 crore rupees. Rupees is the means the currency name, and you all have the dollar.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay, I have another question.
Yes.
So there's a phrase that I hear a lot of Indian English speakers say. They say, do the needful.
Do the needful. Do the
Yeah.
needful. Means he is a needful person or what?
Usually they say it like do the right thing or like do
whatever you need, do that.
whatever you yeah exactly.
Yes, whatever you need, do that.
Right, like someone
Means,
will say, for example, I can't pay with my card, will you do the needful?
now will you help me for this or like that, some type of request what he also used to many Indians, and like that somehow grammatically we use a number way, the number of times means in a wrong way, but the many people or even the teacher over here grammatically are too strong. Because we learn. I mean, I also to learn regarding the comparative English, and I am facing regarding the spoken also. Is only spoken, but written English is somehow is better, not too much, but somehow. And grammatically, I have learned for approx 1 year. So everything is, yes, and the previous class I have asked to you regarding the models. Till I am facing problem involved, so that's why. And you have sent me one video also and your YouTube, but till I haven't gone through, I will.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
that.
So another phrase that sometimes I've heard Indian English speakers say is "sleep is coming."
Sleep is coming means feeling drowsy, feeling sleepy.
Yeah. So it means like I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.
Yes, awning just coming on the regular wise. So I'm feeling sleepy. So I'm now I want to leave or want to go. This phrase is also used frequently over here. That I want to go, or some person who is talking. Yes, you can leave now. Like that. This
Another
is
one
the
that I
courtesy way.
another one that I heard is like when somebody is not at home or not at work, they say, "I'm out of station."
Yes, out of station is the means frequently used in India. Out of station means out of station is a simple word. Just now want to get the information to the other person that I am not available here. I am not available.
Not
here.
available. Yeah, out of station.
Yes, I'm not available here.
It's really interesting. Thanks, Taslim.
Me too. Me too. Sir, I want to take your class on a not possible to day after, means after 2 days alternate or like this. You come on after a week.
Right.
Oh.
So, Joy was talking before about how she can join us every day, and we have speaking practice every day with different teachers and different groups of students. This is part of our English Everyday program. I'll send the link in the chat right now. So yeah, on YouTube we do it once a week, but in that course we have 4 or 5 lessons every day.
Yes.
So here is the link in the chat. Great, thank you so much. Let's see, let's go to Ceci. Hi, Ceci. How are you today?
Hey, hello, everyone. Hi, Chris.
Hi, I'm joining you from Mexico right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. How do you like Mexico? How do you like
I
the
like it.
weather? Yeah, you're fleeing away from the weather in the States. That's, I guess
Well,
not.
it's been very cold here too.
Yeah, but not more than in the States, no?
I think about the same.
Oh, pretty much the same. Okay.
Yeah, about the same.
Had you had the chance of going around and explore the area?
Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful. You're in a building, apartment, nice.
Yeah.
We have a clear sky, nice.
Today,
Nice
yeah.
view. Okay, hope people here are treating you well, because Mexican people are very friendly and well, generous. I hope they're treating you very good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. I've met a lot of really nice people here and done a lot of interesting things. I found a new drink that I really like called horchata.
Okay, it's a rice preparation of a drink. Okay, do you like it?
I like it a lot. Yeah,
What else? What else did you try? Do you try the cabrito?
I did. I
You
tried
taste it?
goat. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's called goat. Okay.
I mean,
And what-
just for everyone who doesn't speak Spanish, right?
yeah. And what's your favorite food that you tried?
The cabrita was really good. The goat was really good. Last night I had a really good dessert called ata.
Ata.
Uh-huh.
How do you spell that?
I'm not sure. I'm probably not saying it right, but it's basically like a
It's made of what?
like a jelly, but also with a cheese, and you take both of them and put them.
Pate with P-A-T-E. Pate.
I don't know how to spell it.
Okay.
My friend ordered it and said you have to try this, so I did.
All right. Okay. So careful. They're asking you to trace everything. I remember because I'm watching, I was hearing Taslim. We had a friend that he came from India, and we had a party made of, we prepare pozole. It's made of pork and chicken. So my boss was very like rascal, and he invited our Indian friend to eat that. I'm exposing my boss now. So he said, you should try this. And he asked, is it made of pork or of chicken or something? And he goes, no, you can taste it. You will like it. So he tasted, he started to like it a lot. And he said, yeah, don't worry, but the pork was dead. So we all were laughing a lot with this guy because he was rascal with his Indian, but he loved pozole. I hope you taste it. Did you taste pozole already?
I don't think I've tried that.
You should try it. It's very good. It's like a soup, like a stew. No, like a stew. It's like well, yeah, it's made out with lots of water. I don't know how to call that in English. Is that called a stew? Or chicken, yeah, with lots of water. How you call that? Like a soup?
A stew, yeah, I think it's stew.
A stew, okay. But it's really, really tasty. You will love it. Pozole, it has pieces of corn, but they're big corn. And it's very, very tasty and spicy. Very good. You will love it, I hope. All right.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of tacos, a lot of gorditas, and
Gonna gain weight.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
Hopefully you're in
Well,
Mexico.
so Ceci, why are you learning English? I know that you teach English, but you continue to learn English. Why?
Okay, I was hearing you, you guys. I heard Joy what she say.
Mhm.
She said something. How far? I don't know. Oh, was from, yeah, from Joy. She said instead of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
WhatsApp. How far? Because it's nice to connect with the whole world. It's the only meaning that we have in the on the reality that we just have one language that can connect all of us from different countries, continents, and nations. And at the beginning, I didn't learn it because I needed to become a teacher or something like that. I had some friends that they were from Canada and the States.
Okay.
And that was a long time ago. But then I didn't pay attention too much to this need because at that time, the world wasn't the way it is right now. We didn't have internet or no computers, no cell phones. So I didn't really realize that I was learning a language. I just learned it because I needed to communicate with them. But then later, with the time, I realized that was a need. So I started to connect more to YouTube and stuff like that. And I realized that this English world is open to everybody, because in the past, if you want to hear an American, you have to pay for that.
Mhm.
If you want to hear an American, you have to travel to America or pay like an interchange program or something like that. It was really expensive. But now you can just connect with a click, and you're in a class in Australia or in the UK or in Canada. It's totally amazing. It can be for free. And it's crazy we don't take advantage of that. I tell my students all the time, hey, students, in the past, it took me about 16 years to learn English because we didn't have any resource. But now, if people don't learn with all the technology available, oh my God, they're wasting a lot of opportunities and time. And I think it's amazing that we all here can understand each other, because
Yeah.
we have a language that can connect us. If we notice, we are from totally different, well, in our countries, we speak different languages, and we have only one that can connect us, and we can understand each other because of English. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Tessie.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy Mexico.
I'm enjoying it very much. I'm here for
When
one
are
more.
you when are you planning to live?
I'm here one more week.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Thanks. You too. Let's go to Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Yes, hello. Hi, Chris.
How are you
Hi,
doing?
everyone. I'm good.
Great, great. So why are you learning English?
Okay, we know that knowing English increases your chances of getting a good job in a multinational company within your home country or finding work abroad, right? And the reason why we learn English is this is the language of business. And you can explore the world with confidence and improve your communication skills. And also, this is a worldwide language.
Mhm.
And it also helps us to communicate other people for you to
Communicate
understand
with other
them.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think, do you know anyone who says, I do not want to study English, I don't want to learn English?
Hmm.
Do you know
I
anybody who says, I'm not going to learn English, I don't want to learn English?
Maybe if they want to, they want to learn how to speak English, I will not communicate them.
But maybe, I mean, maybe in your country, you're in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
So maybe there are some people there who say, I don't need English. I'm not going to learn it. It's not interesting for me. Do you know people like that?
There's sometimes some other people saying that because they are what do you call that? They want English, but or I don't know what to say. I forgot.
Uh-huh. But
Okay.
you know some people like this.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And maybe they think, this is the Philippines. Why do I need English? Like, English isn't our language. English is the language of some other people.
Some people said that it's too hard to speak English.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the Philippines, most people just speak Tagalog, right?
Yes. Tagalog, but we have different dialects here in the Philippines. More than 170, something like that.
More than
Dialect.
7.
170, yeah.
170. Wow.
More than 170.
Uh-huh.
But the English is second language here in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So people have to learn it at school?
Yes.
And after school, do people use English, or is it, in the United States, everybody learns Spanish at school, and after school, nobody knows Spanish.
They're using English while they find a job or interview. Yeah.
For the interview.
For the interview, yeah.
So if you speak Tagalog at home, Tagalog with friends, interview English, and then you go to work the next day and you speak Tagalog again.
Yeah, something like that. Tagalog
Okay.
again.
So okay.
And some
So
other paperworks.
sorry, say it
Yeah.
again.
Some other paperworks if you want to. It's English.
Uh-huh. So for you, English is mostly about business and work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Dewi. Dewi, hi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great. Hi, Chris.
Thanks for joining us.
Everybody. You're welcome.
So why are you learning English?
I also wonder why this language is as a tool for internationally in our every country. Yeah, international language for every country to understand each other. So when we travel to another country, we have to speak in English so people can understand what we say. So I think, yeah, English is important too for any good book, research in library. Yeah, for example, we have to like Google or anything, any language, any knowledge for research, for any common knowledge. People have to know English language so they can add more knowledge, any progression in any yeah,
To share knowledge, to share information.
Yeah, information, knowledge, everything. In Google, they must be use English language. If not, people will not know. So we have to understand and we have to learn English. I mean, from very small, it's better children learn English as additional language beside their mother language or national language.
So have you traveled to other countries and used English when you traveled?
Yes, Malaysia, Singapore. Yeah, in airport.
In the airport, huh?
Yeah, we have to use English language so the stewardess can understand. So we also understand what they ask about to us. Yeah,
But
that's why.
sometimes when you go to another country and you speak to someone in English, they think, why don't you learn my language? Why are you speaking to me in English? Right?
How can I learn your language if you don't teach me your own language?
I mean, you go to
uh,
Malaysia,
mhm.
probably if you speak English to some people, they think, oh, why English? This person should learn Malay.
If I have to learn a national language from one country, maybe I have to stay in the country along my life.
Right?
Right. Because I have to know their culture, why their language built about, right? But English, I don't know why the history of English language, it can be united every nation in this world, so people can understand each other. Maybe the feeling of united. That's why United Nations also use English language, never use Spanish, never use French or Germany.
Well, United Nations has a few languages, right?
Oh, United Nations have few languages too. Yeah. But if a president can speak in English, it must be an excellent one.
Okay. A good president should speak English.
Yes.
Especially if he's the president of the United States.
Oh yeah, it must be, because they only have one language, right? The United States only English language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Devi.
You're welcome, sir.
Let's go to Leela. Hi, Leela. It's my first time seeing you here. How are you doing?
Hello, Chris. Okay, I'm talking with you, really? Thank you very much, Chris. Can you say hello to me again?
Really, it's me, Leela. So where are you joining us from?
Oh, I was on YouTube. I found your channel. You found your link as you sent in the chat. So I joined there. Oh, I thought, it's really a good opportunity for me because I'm a great followers of yours. I have been following you since 5 years.
For 5 years?
Yes,
wow,
I have been watching all of your videos on YouTube, also on YouTube and on Facebook. So I was thinking one day, how can I will talk with you? I have also message to you, several messages I have sent to you on Messenger, through Messengers. You didn't reply me. So I thought, oh my God, I want to talk with him, with the guys, but he's not replying. I have talked a lot with native English speakers. Those are living in America also, because in the same name, I have a YouTube channel. I have inspired from you. Because your English is too much good. So that's why I have been watching your videos and I am following it to you. And I'm thinking to open an institutions in my local areas because, in my state, there is no opportunity to speak English. We are learning English, we are reading English, but
so
not.
Where are you from?
What did you say?
Where are you from?
I'm from India. I'm living in eastern part of India.
Eastern part of India. Near Myanmar or near Bangladesh?
Near Bangladesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
So-
Well, if you've been following me for 5 years, watching YouTube videos, so you see how I'm getting older and older every video.
Yeah,
Soon
exactly.
I'll be a really old man with gray hair making
I think
videos.
we both are in the same age. What is your age now?
I'm 36.
Oh, I think you are older than me. I'm 28.
Wow. Great.
36. You are 36, but you are looking young than me.
Well, thank you. Don't worry, it won't last forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching and joining us today. So why are you learning English? We've talked to different Indian English speakers today and before, but in India, a lot of people speak English already. Why do you keep learning English?
Yeah, it's a good question. To be honest, in India, lots of peoples are trying to speak English nowadays, but their English is good in writing English. But if I talk about myself, I have completed my master degree in English, and I wasn't able to speak in English. I was understanding if this person is speaking English, I understand. And I was in the outside also. The lots of foreigners were coming because I'm working in a police department as a police person.
Wow.
So I was in duty. I met lots of foreigners, and I took a selfie with them. But I wasn't able to speak in English. I was understanding whatever they are taking. I just say, "Can I take a selfie with you?" Yes. I just asked them, "Where are you from?" They call me. I'm from America. I'm from England. I'm from France. But I wasn't able to share my opinion with them. So I thought, oh my God, I have learned English, but I understand English, but I'm unable to speak English. So I try a lot. In the year 2017, I started my journey to speak English, and I also create a YouTube channel. And I invite many native English speakers, and I try to talk with them also, and I also uploaded there. And now I feel too much confident, not good. I'm not good in English also. And
I
now I'm
understand.
trying to speak because in our office, there is also no environment to speak English. There is environment only for writing English.
Mm-hmm. I see. So it's very dangerous for me to walk down the street and speak a different language because you'll come to me and say, selfie, selfie.
Yes, right. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, thank you so much, Leela, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you very much for sharing your Zoom link to join. Because I was on YouTube, I found this link. So thank you very much for sharing this link.
All right, great. Well, thanks everybody for joining today. And so we will be back next week. Next week, it will not be on Wednesday. It will be on Thursday. But it will be at the same time. So it's 8 a.m. New York City time, but it will be on Thursday. So in 8 days. So thank you so much.